Tracy Willie checking in your check. I don't know what going on. Welcome back to another video on Tracy Willie Pure Abundance. If this is your first time tuning into one of these videos, we encourage, inspire, and uplift each other to keep evolving into our greatest selves. If you are a returning viewer, you already know what time it is. Let's get it. So on this video, you see the title. You're wasting your 20s doing this. You're wasting your 20s doing these 5 things right here. So I'm going to go over these 5 things: chilling, smoking and drinking, no financial literacy, spending your money like crazy, and girls. And we're going to talk about all of these and some things I'm going to add in the middle that you can be doing instead of doing these 5 things. So if you do any one of these 5 things, then you need to watch this video till the end of it so you can gain some insight. I'm 30 years old, so I just got done with my 20s. And I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about, okay? So the first things first is chilling. If you're chilling right now, if you hanging out with the guys and you just cooling right now and you not making no money, then we have a problem, you know? So most of the time people want to hang out with people and chill just so they can learn from them, and you don't really have no like benefits as far as like learning something with them. So instead of learning something valuable with them, you're just eavesdropping. You want to hang out with the popular people and things like that. So if you're in your 20s and you just want to fit in because you're insecure about something or you feel like you're weird, then you have a serious problem and you need to lock in. So instead of chilling and hanging out, oh, and real quick before I go in, because I'm just be so motivated about stuff like this, I have cousins, I have nephews, and for all my cousins and my nephews watching this, like I'm thinking about people like Jameer, Javari. I know y'all not in y'all 20s yet, but y'all can relate to this. Also, my nephew Janiel, I just have so many cousins and so many family members that can benefit from this. So I'll be talking to them directly. And also for the whole YouTube, all 6,000 subscribers, I really appreciate y'all. So I just had to put that in there because I'll be thinking about my peoples and I'm like, how can I help everybody? But the only way I can help y'all is by helping myself first. So this is for the guys, anybody watching this, you can be in your 30s, 40s, it don't matter. You can learn from this. So chilling, I'm going back to that. Instead of chilling, what can you be doing? You can go in on self-development, and what you can also be doing is chilling. Instead of chilling, you can be learning self-development and skills. So self-development means, like we said, you're probably insecure because you want to hang out with people and you don't really know how to really be yourself and how to accept yourself for who you really are. So instead of chilling and hanging out with people who don't care about you, how does that quote say? You dressing to impress people who don't care about you, or something like that, right? We don't care. We don't care how you look. We don't care about the things you're into, none of that. So it's important for you to find out what you care about, the things that you're into, and go all the way in on it. Believe in yourself, like get rid of all self-limiting beliefs. And that's what part of self-development is. Like, you got to read books on how to be more confident if you're feeling insecure. Read books like, what is meditation? What is everybody talking about? Like, what is your higher self? Like, research. Like, you're not going to be a weirdo for investigating information like that. So stop thinking that people actually care about you, because they really, like, people care about you, don't get it twisted, but they don't care about you the way they think you, the way that you think that they do. They really don't. They really don't. So skills, you can be also learning skills. Like, we in the age of technology has never been in a place where it is right now. And it's going to always be like that. We're going to always be able to say that. So right now, AI, sit down and think to yourself like, okay, what are some high paying jobs, or what are some high valuable skills that I can learn, right? Where is technology going? Like, I heard somebody say that eventually we're going to have companies that have one employee and there's going to be worth millions and billions upon dollars, millions and billions of dollars from one robot or one AI technology. Like, AI and technology is really going places. So think about that. How can I finesse and wiggle my way into a place where, AI is going to be big? And then, like, even the marijuana industry, like, that's still pretty new, and it's a trillion-dollar industry, billions, if not trillions. So just look at industries that are being born. Like, we have 50 states, and not all states are recreational. Not even all states are medical or medicinal. So just think about where can I get in at the bottom where it's brand new and then rise to the top with it. So skills, man, you gotta hone in on your skills and self-development. But there is no skills without self-development, because you gotta make sure you're disciplined when you're doing this. So man, instead of chilling, we ain't chilling no more, right? We're gonna go ahead and learn some self-development, and we're gonna go ahead and learn some skills. That's the first thing you want to do in your 20s. Stop wasting your time. And even if you're not in your 20s, or you're gonna be way ahead of the game. So you're gonna really be on top of it. So that's why I said it's for my cousins and my nephews and my nieces too. Anybody watching this, bruh. But again, it's for the guys. So if you're a girl watching this, you got a man, plug him. Share this video. So look, smoke and drinking. Before I get started on this one, I just want to start by saying there's nothing wrong with smoking and there's nothing wrong with drinking, right? Too much of anything is bad for you though. So if you abuse anything, that's when it becomes bad for you. That's when it can affect you in a negative manner. So if you smoke and you drink, but you abuse it, then that's when it's a problem. So only you know what you got to do. Only you know what's important to you. Only you know. Some people don't need to smoke. Some people don't need to drink. Some people do, but that's up to you. But when I'm talking about this one, please, please just understand that I don't have any hatred for anybody who smoke and drink, but you have to be aware of how they're affecting your life, whether it's in a negative way or whether it's in a positive way. And only you can determine how it's going to affect you. So with smoking and drinking, I like to remind people of the delay. Now, what do I mean by delay? So delay smoking and drinking, it's in the moment thing, right? Take a hit, feel it through your body. Yes, sir. You take a shot, okay, I'm feeling that. Take another one, okay, I'm feeling that. So it's like an infomercial, or it's like a take this pill and feel like this immediately, or do this and your life will change immediately. It's pretty much forcing you to think that things think that's not how the world works, okay? So everything that I'm seeing with my eyes is an illusion, right? Today in my physical reality is a reflection of my internal state, of how my internal state was yesterday. None of this is caught up. It's all about delays. That's what we talk about manifestation. Manifestation is not about attracting what you want. It's about attracting what you are, like attracting who you are. So instead of smoking and drinking and thinking that things are supposed to come to you immediately, you're messing up your mental, because you're like, well, if I take this course, I should be making money tomorrow. If I do this, I should be doing this. Like, you think everything is just so instant. And unfortunately, that's not how things work. And smoking and drinking, abusing smoking and drinking can start to make you think that everything is supposed to be just quick and rapid. But in actuality, life is all about delays. We don't have no self-limiting beliefs. Anything can happen at any moment. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you need to wait to be successful. I'm not saying you need to be 60 to be rich. Don't get it misconstrued. All I'm saying is that it's a delay, because everything is a reflection. So if you're not happy with your external state, then that means that it's something internal that you need to address, because you're that powerful. Like, you manifested everything in your physical reality because you at one point you wanted all of this, and then you got it, but it came to you in due time. So it don't be immediate. So right now, if you're not happy with what you manifested anymore, because again, this is a reflection of how you felt at one point, right? So if you're not happy with this no more, then we got to do some tweakings. You got to go in mentally and internally, spiritually, and make some adjustments. And then so you can, in due time, with the delay, you will see that your physical reality will change. It's magic. I'm telling you, life changing. So smoking and drinking can make you feel, that delay. I don't like how this marker made that black thing look, or the orange look, so I'm gonna just mark it out with the black marker. And this one is a little better. So we ain't smoking, we ain't drinking, we ain't wasting our time. They're the same. So yeah, the delay, man, just pay attention to the delay. Remember, everything is a reflection of how you feel on the inside. So don't get caught up. That's why they say the world is an illusion. And that's why they say sometimes you need to be delusional. Because I'm a millionaire, I'm a billionaire. That's how I view myself. Now to you, you'll be like, well, Tracy, where's the physical representation of that? Chill. Soon, like soon. Because that's how I feel internally. That's the tweaks that I made internally, and my physical reality will display that in due time. So mind your business, make your tweaks if you're not happy with your physical reality, and you gonna get to experience some magic, okay? So that's number 2. If we smoking and drinking in our 20s, we ain't doing that no more. And if you do, just don't abuse it. Now, no financial literacy, right? No financial literacy. I put FIN just to make it short, but that stands for financial. No financial literacy. This one is pretty self-explanatory. So if you don't have no financial literacy, family, man, we got to learn about some credit. You got to learn about some credit. If you're in America, then you got to learn about credit. Now, I know different countries, it works different. So I'm not going to spend too much time on here because I know only a small amount of people can relate to this. So for anybody living in America or anybody who's under a credit system and you're aware of it somewhere subconsciously, but you're not consciously aware of it because you don't be doing nothing about it. Because I was at that point, I was there at one point, but I'm not there anymore. Credit, learn about credit. You don't have no financial literacy. Get you some books. Read some books like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I know you heard people talking about it before, The Millionaire Mindset, like just any books about money. I once read a book about money, and I'm gonna save that one for this one. I'm gonna save that one. Even though I forgot the name of the book, but it was a lesson in the book that I did not forget. But for right now, no financial literacy. If you don't have no financial literacy, learn about credit. Learn how credit works. Learn what it's made out of. Research some videos. Why is personal credit important? So again, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But if you're in America, you know that if you apply for something, they look at your credit. Your credit is pretty much stating what kind of person you are. How often do you make your payments on time? Do you have anybody on your credit history that you didn't pay off? So they pretty much judge you based on your character that you portrayed from making payments with people, not people, but like lenders and stuff like that. You just need to do your research. I can go in, but again, I want this to reach as many people as possible. And I know everybody around the world can't relate to credit. If you're in America though, research credit. Very important. Very, very, very important. So financial literacy, we're going to make sure we gain some financial literacy, read some books, and learn more about money. Learn more about money. Stop thinking money is the root of all evil. Like, who said that? Like money does not buy happiness, but money buys freedom, and freedom is happiness. That's how I like to put it. So in actuality, money does buy happiness, because if money can buy freedom and freedom is happiness, then we cooking. And it's not all about money, because in the process, while you chasing money, while you on your money journey, you're going to realize, like, I have to become a better person in order for me to accumulate. You think you can generate $1 million with a weak mindset? You think you can manage $1 million a month with a weak mindset? No, it's going to force you to be a better person. So in the process of you chasing money and going towards your desired reality, you're going to realize it's not even about that. I genuinely have to become a better person. And that's all your internal soul is craving, for you to be a better person. Crazy, I know, mind blowing, but it's so true. So spending, this is fun. So instead of spending all your money, you can be investing and you can be saving. Okay, I like investing more than saving, to be honest, but yeah, so spending money. This is what I wanted to share with y'all about that book. I think the book was called Your Money is Your Life or something like that. But the lesson in the book was saying this. So interesting. It said, think about how much money you touched in your lifetime. It don't even matter how old you are. It can be 15, 18, 20, 25, 30, 45, 60. Think about how much money, physical money and digital money, that was in your possession. If you added all of it, all that money up, how much money you think you touched or experienced or was in your possession throughout your whole life? Some of us are already millionaires and don't even know it. Some of us already touched 100K, 500K and don't even know it. Just add up all the money you think you touched in your life. I know that blew my mind when I read that part in the book. So spending money, all that money you've been spending, 50K, 100K, 500K in the course of your whole life, even if you was to take a percentage of that, 3% of it, 5% of it, and you were investing it or saving it, you will be in a whole different position today. Like some of the stuff that I learned about, like there's stocks in the stock market that pay you a dividend for you putting money in them. So if I was investing by 18, 15, bruh, my dividends will be paying for my lifestyle right now. I wouldn't need a job. I would be in Cancun kicking back, not worried about nothing. Mom retired, everything like that, because you started early and everything accumulated over time. So the later you start, the later you're gonna get to experience it. You're gonna experience it one way or another. But the earlier you start, bruh, you ahead of the game. So if you're not even 20 right now and you below 20, you really in the game. This video gonna really change your life. But again, it's still good for everybody. But yeah, investing and saving. I would invest in some dividend paying stocks. I would learn how to invest in real estate. I would learn how to invest in crypto. Like I said, AI, what's popping right now? You know, what's going to happen in the next 5 years? How can I become a part of the boom? How can I become a part of the boom? Like Nip said, you got to, when you staring a gift horse in his face, you got to take advantage of it. You see, because it's a gift horse is pretty much something that a lot of people don't see, but only you see it, and everybody taking it for granted, and everybody's just like, And then when the time passed, they're gonna be like, man, I wish I took advantage of that crypto boom. I wish I took advantage of the AI boom. Now you ready? It's too late. We don't want you here anymore because you took too long. So get with it. You know, get with the times and invest your money. Save as well. I say I'd rather invest instead of saving because investing, yes, it can be risky because let's say you invest in a stock, you put $1,000 in it. Maybe today your $1,000 will be worth $900. Maybe next month it's going to be worth $1,200. So it fluctuates, it goes up and down. But think about that. Like if your money is just sitting in a savings account with a 0.001% APR or APR, is it called APR or interest? Or if it's only adding up by a small percentage, then you're not really making a lot of money. So all my peoples who know about money, y'all know I get mixed up with the APR and interest. So don't laugh at me, but I know it's one of those, if not both. Or I think that you can use them interchangeably. But I just know that if your money is in a savings account, it only goes up by a percent of a percent. And if it's in an investment account, yes, it can go up percentages and it can also go down percentages, but you have a better chance of making more money while you are investing than you do saving. Investing is for the long run. Saving, you got to think, bro. If you have $100 in your savings account, you kept it there all year, and then next year inflation, you know, and your dollar is worth less than your $100 that was sitting in that savings account went down by $1. Now your $100 is worth only $99. So it's just going down automatically, just due to inflation. It's just going to keep going down automatically. Whereas if you invest it, yes, it can go up and down, but you have a chance of it going up. In your savings account, you don't really have a chance of it going up. You know, that's the best way I can put it. So savings, spending money, just think about how much money you touch and stop just spending it, man. Stop giving everybody all your money for no reason. Put it in investments and put it in savings. And something that I didn't mention that I would like to mention is you can invest in your mindset also. We kind of touched on that up here, skills and self-development. But if you're going to be spending money, spend it on your mindset, spend it on mentors, spend it on courses. You don't only have to spend it on like physical assets or putting it into your savings, but invest in here. This is your greatest asset. You know what I'm saying? Everything in here, start spending your money on the type of foods that you eat, start spending the money accordingly on what you put in your brain. You know, stop social media, all of this bad stuff, people dying and all this bad news. You know, we don't care about that, you know, because what you consume consumes you, you know, so pay attention to everything that you're putting in you so you can invest in your mindset. Please, please, please. That's a big one. Invest in your mindset. Cannot forget that. And then I saved the best for last. You already know. You already know I had to save the best for last because we have to talk. We got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. So girls is very interesting. So here's the thing. With girls, I say this, right? They're interesting creatures. I feel like girls, women just represent the universe. They represent Mother Nature. Like their emotions is like a thunderstorm. Like you just don't know what's about to happen outside. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be rainy. It's gonna be a hurricane or tornado. But a woman is really just meant to like help a man be solid. Okay, women, y'all be yourselves. Okay, don't change. You know, but men don't fold. Please don't fold. Women are supposed to be women. Men are supposed to be men. But check this out, right? With girls, I say stop focusing so much on girls because I know when you're in your 20s, I mean, you're trying to get it in. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to, you try to experience some things. And I get it. You know, hormones are high, you know, especially for even people even below 20 a little bit, like 18 to 20. Like your hormones are high, you know, you don't know what sex is and you're interested in all these things. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And you just, I mean, you just want to experience. That's the best. I'm trying to keep it clean and professional, but You you just want to experience some things that you want to get some new feelings you ain't never felt before, and I get it. So, but with girls is interesting, y'all. We just got to stay disciplined, man. I say it like this: either one, stay single instead of being horny, is what I'm gonna say. Honestly, that's the best way I can put it. Instead of just being horny and just trying to be around a lot of females and put your thing in other females and just live recklessly, that's you gonna waste your time. You know, trust me. Don't waste your time doing that. You're gonna be looking silly when it's all said and done. So, single, find one woman or girl that you can build with, or three, do your little poly situation. But whatever you do, you need to be 10 toes on it. Okay? If you're gonna be single, stay single in your 20s and lock in. Build your castle for your family. Have your castle built up. When I say your castle, I'm talking about all five things. You got your credit right, you built your house, you got your assets, you got your dividends paying you, everything is set. Your castle is built. And now you're ready to find that woman, you know, have some kids and bring them, move them in that house. You stayed single and you did it like that. Congrats. Bravo. That's one option. Number two is one woman. Find a woman that you can relate to. Find a woman that's gonna hold you down. You gotta smell that energy on her. She gotta have that in her. You know, and if she do and you can really relate to her, I'm getting the chills because it's real. Like if you really find that woman and like you can relate, and how I like to put it is like this: I'm missing pieces to my puzzle, you missing pieces to your puzzle. You grew up a certain way, I grew up a certain way. Here's what I'm good at, here's what I learned. What are you good at? What are you learned? How can we help each other's? What's the missing pieces that you can bring to my puzzle and vice versa? How can we help each other's and keep helping each other's and not just stop there because we only learned so much growing up. But now what else? Like what are you into? Because we're not into the same things, and how can we keep helping each other's? As a man, I understand you got to learn, but it just depends. Sometimes like people come from broken families or from backgrounds that were not so like I guess like rich in money, you know, but broken families did their best, and it's up to you to keep investing in your mindset. And we don't that don't make us any worse or any less than people who grew up rich, because there's people who grew up rich with all the money in the world, but their parents were so busy that they couldn't be there for their kids, so now their kids lack like empathy. Their kids lack love. Like me, I grew up not so abundantly when it comes to finances, but my support system is real. Like I really got real love from my mom, my dad, my family, my grandma, like real love. Like I know what that feel like. But then there's people who grew up rich with all the money in the world that we didn't grow up with, but they don't have that love. They don't have that empathy. They don't have that support system like we did because their parents are so busy. You know, they cry, here's a tablet. You know, they want to go to college, here's money. Here, instead of being like, a support and loving for them, you know. So nobody got it better than nobody. Just know where you at and what you got to do. That's what you need to focus on. So with one woman, I know I kind of went on that a little tangent with that one, but yeah, if you're gonna find one woman, just either she can relate to you and just know where y'all at, investigate y'all situations and come together and really make it happen. Don't waste your time. If you're not feeling her, say it. Y'all need to go y'all separate ways and keep it like that. So pay attention to the woman that you decide to choose. And then finally, I say poly is for anybody who just you can't make up your mind. You don't know if you want to stay single. You don't know if you want one woman. You want to be like a lion and you want to have more than one woman. I think the most important thing is to make up your mind. Don't be indecisive about it. So if you're gonna be in a polyamorous relationship, then you know you have more than one woman, and that's all of them on the same page. And it takes a village to raise a child, and you got one cooking, one cleaning, one in the room. You're in a 5-bedroom house. You got one in each room, and you got some stamina. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna choose polyamorous or a poly relationship, then stick with it. But you need to choose. Don't be Mr. Horn dog trying to be around a lot of girls and have a lot of different types of sex and experiences with people, even protected, unprotected, bruh. Protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to be protecting. Stop inserting your goodies in another female if you don't see no value in them, if you don't see no longevity in them. Like it's about building, it's about being a king, it's about controlling your lust, controlling your desires. Like we really gotta just lock in and be a better person. So that's why I put girls on this list because, bruh, what? You gonna see them things walking by you like, you know what I'm saying? And you just can't help it sometimes. But you need to lock in. You either need to stay single and build, have one woman and build, or be in a poly relationship and build. There's no way around it. So we not doing that no more, and we locking in. So for all my youngins watching this, man, you in your 20s, you in your teenage years, even if you in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you haven't learned this, here you are. Congrats. I'm happy for you. Keep going. Keep prospering. But that's it, man. That's it. You're wasting your time in your 20s. If you're chilling, if you're smoking and drinking, if you ain't got no financial literacy, if you spending money recklessly when you already touched 100K, and if you just focus on girls in a way where you're just trying to be around the huzz. You know what I'm saying? That's how the kids say it, around the huzz. Like, bruh, lock in. Choose one woman, stay single, or be in a poly relationship and lock in. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Thank you for watching another video on Tracy Willie Pure Abundance, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Easy.